Facebook is having a fit. Good evening, everyone. This is Carlos Salguero, United Management Partner. I'm with Ron Yeager as well. We are happy to have you today, Monday Leadership Call. We are almost halfway into the month, and I said it to the leaders this afternoon in a message to our chat group that this is the week that New Year's resolutions come to die, right? Because people are already quitting the quitting their New Year's resolutions and they're giving up. It's funny because we go to the gym every morning with my wife, and we're already hearing people complaining and about to quit. So it's and just now before coming into the office and doing the webinar, there's a commercial on TV about if your workout session is too harsh or whatever, join Planet Fitness, right? Which is like, okay, is that the gym for the for the weaklings so that they don't quit the harder stuff? So it was just funny that we heard this, but if you think about it, most people very shortly after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, they're already giving up. They're already giving up on their plans, on their resolutions, on the things that they have set out to do in the new year. Which, the new year is a great opportunity for people to reset, to reestablish, to really encouraging to go forward and do something larger, bigger, better. And because they are not creating an environment that nurtures that feeling and turns that feeling into commitment, what happens is that the feeling starts fading and the feeling starts becoming just an idea. And I have a special guest in the webinar tonight. I met him this weekend at the mastermind that I was at, and Les Brown can be very, very powerful. Did I just get cut off?
Yeah, just for about 30 seconds.
Okay, sorry about that. So I'll rewind a little bit. Not sure what happened with the connection there, but hopefully it's loud and clear now. Is it?
No, you're good now.
Cool. Good now.
Yeah.
So as I was telling you, I met Les Bradford, who's on the webinar tonight here. We connected at the mastermind. He's a business owner. He's successful marketer as well. And we come to find out he's also a networker. And we connected because he stopped me on the way out of going back to the airport on the flight on Sunday morning back to Denver. And he said, Carlos, thanks for posting what you posted this morning on social media. I'm going to share that with a group of inmates that I go and teach to and go encourage. And a lot of them suffer from not believing in themselves, not being their number one fan, not cheering themselves enough to change their circumstances. So I think that's one of the biggest things that people struggle with. And that's one of the reasons why all these resolutions come to die, because they lose hope quickly after that. They are not worthy enough to go achieve those results, and try to encourage themselves enough along the way to go and maintain these. The biggest thing is that most people are always focused on the new year as it starts, but quickly after, what happens is that they start looking backwards, right? They start going back and thinking, oh, I didn't succeed last year, I didn't succeed yesterday, somebody told me no yesterday, and they start beating themselves up and start creating this fictitious imaginary scenarios in their mind that will never come to pass, number one, and that scare them so much that prevent them to go and achieve the things that they're meant to do, and that undermine the belief they have, not only in the mission they have at hand, in what they've said yes to, but also in not being able to focus long enough so that they can start seeing results. This is so very key. So one of the things I wanted to share tonight is that in order for us to maintain that momentum, because as you go through the first month of the year and then subsequently each month thereafter, if you don't refresh yourself, if you don't recharge yourself, and if you don't create an environment for yourself that is helping you turn that excitement into commitment, what's going to happen is naturally it will fade, you know. And coming out of a mastermind this weekend with very successful people and people that are really so very excited about their future in 2020, what I can tell you is that the energy was amazing. But one of the things that the speaker and the organizer said, which was very true, was that most of you guys will come out of here very excited, but very few will actually take action and will actually implement and go succeed. Now, why is that? I really think it's because we need to make a habit of success, of taking daily action so that we can start building the necessary confidence to achieve the success and the goals that we have set out for ourselves, right? One thing I also read today is the best way to not be good tomorrow is to look at your yesterday. If you're always looking at your yesterday, your tomorrow is never going to happen. So living in the present, living in the today, making sure that today you are successful, that at the end of the day, you give yourself the necessary pats in the back, kudos, thanks, gratefulness, whatever you want to do. It is just create a habit of achieving something every single day. And that activity becomes what crushes fear on its tracks. Because taking that daily action towards building your business is going to start building a habit of confidence, a habit of success, a habit that will help you go and win in 2020. It is very easy to think, oh, you know, I kind of have this figured out and I kind of know how to do it. But if you don't take action, those thoughts get stale. And what's going to happen, you're going to start feeling sorry for yourself. You're going to start feeling sorry for all the time that you've been part of the business, that maybe you haven't done enough. And what happens is we start thinking, oh, maybe this doesn't work, right? Maybe I'm not meant to do this. But you really have to be honest with yourself at some point and realize that you are going to succeed if you just put in the work, the consistent work. And remember, we are in the business of serving people. We are in the business of adding value to people. We are in the business of helping people. Helping one person might not change the world, but it could help change the world for someone. This is so very true. The opportunity we have at hand, as all of you guys know, is disruptive. We are the only direct sales company that gives back 100% of our profits to members every single month. Ron, myself, Mike, Nico, none of us make a salary. We make money just like every single person in the organization. If we build our organization, we will make money. If we don't, we will not, and many members can surpass us because they're going to be putting in the work. And that's the beauty of it. No other company has that, guys. The owners of every other company are in it for the big money, and if they can go public, they'll go public, right? And create a fake environment for the stock to make them a lot of money. But the focus is not on the members. We decided from the get-go, when we were in the room planning for Tunited to be born, we decided from the get-go that this was going to be different than anything else. That we were not going to have starting packages, that we were not going to have 4 subscriptions, that we were not going to have any of the baloney that every other company has out there, because it is not focused on the members. And when we created that Payplan 360, which Nico is the brains behind that, right? It was created with the intent that every penny that was left in profit at the end of the month would be given back to members. And we fulfilled that promise ever since we started the business 3 years ago. Every single one person that has been involved has gotten paid on time, has gotten paid right, and they've gotten paid generously. We are the only company that pays its members for its own consumption, right? An average 12% back comes to you from the purchase of your own products. Who else does that, Ron?
Nobody.
Nobody.
No.
So all these things that have been an obstacle for a lot of people to achieve success in direct sales have been completely removed. And I said it in one of the calls before, the only thing that we cannot take away is for you to go out there and do the work and tell to people about it. That's the only thing that cannot be done for you. Yep. So what I want you to do is in this new year, and I am so pumped and recharged because not only I went on vacation the last week, and that helps me recharge my batteries like no other, but right after the vacation, I went to a super high energy mastermind that, you know, put him on overdrive. So today has been the most productive day I've had in a very, very long time, guys. And I can tell you, my days are productive, but because of that energy, my day was like amazingly productive. So many great things happened today for this business, for my other businesses, as you know, and you know, we're moving at light speed. So you have to look at this, and if you're serious about your business, you have to start putting in the work. Reach out to whoever you need to reach out, ask for help, get on three-way calls, put people in front of people that you trust as your leader, as your mentor, and just go for it. Don't be afraid. If you get a couple people that don't believe, that tell you no, that are not interested or not involved, it's okay. It's okay. Actually, it's a good thing. Rejoice because you're learning, because you're experiencing, because you are going through the process of getting a few no's so that you can get those yeses. The closing rate in this business, guys, is very, very high because there's no obstacles. So if you just go through the motions, you will have success. I am completely sure about that. Ron, you want to say a few words?
Yeah, just echoing what you said, Carlos. We get paid the same time in the same way that everybody else does. Think about that. No organization operates that way that I'm aware of. I've never heard of that kind of simplicity in terms of the pay structure. Okay, we share the same profit pool, guys, and the 12% that Carlos was talking about can become 12.5% or 13% or continue to grow by our combined efforts. Guys, in my heart of hearts, I believe that the concept that is backing TrueNited is a $1 trillion idea. I've never seen anything like it in all my years in the financial world. It does not exist. So we're pioneers in bringing this concept to the public. And everybody's going to think that this is just like this company, or it's sounds kind of like that, or you're going to hear that a great deal. And you're also going to hear a lot of this sounds way too good to be true. Well, nobody's ever had the concept of massive delayed gratification on the side of the owners. And most owners take a lot of risk when they go out and build a business. And then as soon as things really start to develop, then of course they're taking their lion's share. And we have a much, much longer term vision with this vehicle. So our main vision is to help millions of people be making hundreds of dollars a month, if not thousands and beyond. But because we've eliminated all the barriers to traditional business success, you don't have any financial risk. The coaching, the mentoring, the teaching, the training is free. We're not selling you packages. We're not we're not trying to line our pockets with all the tools and things that you're going to need to be successful. No, we take all that expense on our side. So if you remove all the barriers that stop traditional businesses from being successful, then the only variable in the equation then becomes you. And if you'll just hang around us long enough and understand that we have a long-term vision for massive success, that as you can look till for the rest of your life, you'll never see another opportunity with this kind of upside with virtually no risk. It flat does not exist. And we are so excited to see where we're going to be by the end of this year that we're currently in, because I know what's about to happen. We're about to hit that tipping point, and guys, just with reckless, go out there and make it happen.
That's right. Awesome, guys. I brought, thank you, Ron. Appreciate that, man. Always on point, my brother. I brought some of the leaders into the panelists, so feel free. I'd like to nominate the first one, like we've been doing in the leadership call, so that it flows and it's fast. So, brother James Katina, you can start, brother.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Ron and Carlos and team. It's good to see a great bunch here on tonight's Zoom. I love this topic of conversation, Ron and Carlos. We could say it till we're blue in the face, and we're going to repeat it all day long because it's the truth. We have on our hands something very special, very unique, something that if you look at it literally as a gift that we are giving the next person, that's exactly what it is, and more. This is an opportunity like no other, and I just really I'm more excited today than the first day I joined TrueNited, and that's the honest truth.
Yep.
The more we look into, as you explained it so well, Carlos, this is the genius of Dr. Nicholas Porter, putting something so amazing together that honestly, it's this concept, this business, while it is so simple, it is built for the future. That's what we have on our hands. And I just want to say that I am more productive than I ever have been. And what I'm believing for is that this is just going to take one day at a time. And I love what you said, Carlos. I can't remember exactly how it was put, but the best way you could be discouraged for tomorrow is to think about what you did yesterday.
Yep.
And the truth is, the best is yet to come.
Yes,
Everything that's in front of you. I love that when Kevin talks about and reminds us that it's really about the journey. It's about the process. It's not about the result either. If you know in your heart of hearts that you have everything you need to be great, then guess what? The results, everything takes care of itself. But we just literally think about and get excited about the process. There's a saying that my brothers and I always say on our text: who's got it better than us? Nobody. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Who's got it better than TrueNited? Nobody. But it's a belief. It's understanding that, and I don't know if it was Ron or Carlos, but you made the statement that we're not in the business of just trying to make a sale. This is about service. We get to serve people. All of the technical details, those are just those are non-factors. Those are just stuff, we call it non-issues. It's just stuff that we do. But fulfilling our purpose, fulfilling what's in our hearts, when you think about your family, when you think about your loved ones, when you think about the legacy, that right there, my friends, is the opportunity at hand. So I can go on and on, but I want to let my other fellow brothers and sisters, leaders, share, because I know they've got something great to share. But this is our time. For those of you who have jumped on, we know that you're all in. I was on our little Facebook page earlier today, and I just wanted to remind them, and I remind all of us, we are cheering you on. Collectively, we're cheering each other on, because this is beautiful, that you don't have to feel like you're on an island, you're isolated trying to make this happen. No, you've got people who have the same hearts, people who have the same longing to have impact. You know, this is not just, you know, another business opportunity. While it is that, this is much more. The longer you stick around, and the more you come on these Monday Zooms, you're going to realize that this has everything to do with your purpose, with your why, and an opportunity to impact the world. So I'm fired up. I'm excited. And all we need to do is be consistent. Be consistent. This is the easiest thing. I was on, I don't know how many Zooms today, and I just talked about these little products that we have. And from these little products right here, you can build a legacy opportunity for your families. That's the truth. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Hey, Carlos, I'm just take up a minute real quick. Can you hear me?
Awesome. James Wood, self-nominated. So
yeah,
awesome, brother.
Oh, was I supposed to wait? My fault.
No, that's fine. That's great.
We got it.
I love initiative, bro.
We have this habit now. We get into this routine of saving Kevin. Kevin brings up the rear with the good stuff. So, you know, we've been spending so much time on you know, mindset and motivation, and you know, I don't want to miss some of the stuff that Ron kind of drops in there sometimes with the economy being what it is. You know, in the last month or two, he mentioned the likelihood of the economy having some correction issues before this year is probably unlikely, because this is an election year. So I think, and you can correct me if I'm speaking incorrectly, Ron, but I think you mentioned that, you know, because of the election coming up at the end of the year, these guys will probably move mountains to make sure that the economy stays somewhat intact. So when we hear almost every day, every week now, it's record breaking. The Dow is up. The stock market is up. You know, I think the big tremendous value that United has to persevere through tough economic challenges, that, you know, when you sit down with somebody in a year or year and a half, when the economy does this correction, the likelihood of them joining a traditional network marketing company for $1,000 or $1,500, that extra expendable money is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Whereas we've got something that's going to be, it's free now, it's going to be free then, and with such a minimal risk versus reward, $50, $70, you get in, grab one item, and get started building something for the future. I think the foresight that Dr. Nico had to build something that was so completely different than anything else out there, I think we're so poised. So 2020 isn't just an amazing year because this is a fresh, you know, we've got a fresh year on our hands. We've got all these systems in place. We've kind of figured out what our niche is. But this gives us this entire year to build this amazing foundation before whatever happens. And maybe it doesn't happen next year. I don't know. You know, I'm not the soothsayer, and I can't predict what's coming, but I think we can all agree it's going to correct here at some point. So what a great opportunity in these next 12 months to really build a strong foundation and put yourself in a position financially to have options that a 9-to-5 job will never give you. And can you replace an entire income this year? You could. Can you at least supplement? You could do that too. Can you begin to put something together so that when this correction happens in the next year or two, you've got something that the economy cannot take away from you? You can. So my recommendation is whether you go all in and you've got a lot of time to invest, or you've just got a little bit of time. It's about what you do with that time that you set aside. It's go time, y'all. So I'm excited. Anyways, good stuff.
Awesome, brother. Who's next? James, when they don't say who's next, you say who's next.
Oh, Francine.
You could tell Francine has been chomping at the bit.
Things, all that you have said, there's very little to add, you know. I think the majority of us, or all of us that are on these calls night after night, are all in and want to do all in their power to succeed. We've been following the webinars and the live talks, and we have great tools. We've got great advice of how to go about building our business. And it's up to us if we want to follow the experts. I say experts because many of you have been through this before. Carlos is certainly an expert. So I feel that we have the leadership helping us out, giving us the advice of how to succeed. Nobody has said it's easy. Everybody's been honest and has told us if we want to succeed, we should work. We should work as hard as we can. I think most of us do have jobs. I took retirement from teaching, but I still work as an adjunct. And as Carlos mentioned last week, I'm a naturopath, so I have that career. I'm a graphic designer. I have that on the side. But I have been making the most time for our group. So those who want to succeed will put this first, or just make a lot of time for our company somehow, some way. Like somebody has said the other day, this is not a hobby. It's not a hobby if you want to succeed. So is there anything else you were looking for in our responses?
No. Awesome, Francine. Awesome word. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You need to nominate somebody. That's the only thing I need.
I don't see
I'll
who's
go
here. I
next.
had to use my cell phone last night. I mean, now. I don't see who's here.
Just say a name.
Did Leanne show up?
No, she didn't. Another name.
Kevin.
There you go. Boom.
How y'all doing? Mike was over there like, I want to go. He's like, he's already unmiked and everything. Man, hey, you guys know me. I'm just happy to be here. I think that this is I'm not going to share much that I haven't shared every week, guys. This is the best company out there as far as residual opportunity. You know, you just have to make the decision that you want to go out and share TrueUnited with other people. There are James Katinas and James Woods and Steve Dixons and Carlos Sobreros and Ron Yeagers. They're out there waiting to hear about TrueUnited for the first time. There's literally millions of people right here in the United States that have never even heard of this company. And the potential, you talk about the pickings are good. You know, they talk about make hay while the hay's shining, get while the getting's good. Guys, the getting's good right now. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are doing well. They've got money. They're willing to, you know, maybe take a few risks here. And here's the great thing. There is no risk here. There is none. I was thinking, you know, as James was sharing earlier, I was just thinking back to when I was a kid. And I was thinking about, I used to collect stamps when I was a kid. I used to get the first day of issue. And my dad got me on the subscription. I think we were paying like, I don't know, $9.99 a month or something like that. And this went on for probably a couple of years. And I found this, I found these albums of these first day of issues when I was a little kid. This is like when I was 9, 10 years old. So we're talking, you know, 40 plus years ago. And I'm thinking, man, I'm sitting on a gold mine, you know? And so I go and I check the value of this stuff and it's worth like the same price as it was 40 years ago. I'm thinking, man, if I take $49.99 and buy me a case of Vango energy drinks right now and share with 6 other people and show them how to do the same thing and show them what can happen if they share with 6 people, if they share with 6 people, you know, in 40 years, how much money I'd be making? $500 million a day. Well, maybe not that much, maybe more than that. But seriously, there is nothing on the face of the earth that has what we have right now. $49.99 on auto ship. Because I don't want to get on auto ship. You don't want to make any money then. Do you want to make money? $49.99 for one product, and you can give it away if you want to as a sample, and then that's a tax deduction? Come on now. I mean, look at this as income insurance. I've been talking to so many people over the last year and a half about income insurance. Now, I'm no insurance agent, and I'm not licensed, but I'm just saying if you look at it the same way as you do your insurance policy. I pay $124 a month for a term life policy for $1 million if I die, which means I have to die for my girls to get the money, which I don't plan on dying in the next 10 years. $124 a month right out of my checking account. I never even look at it. Boom, it's gone. I don't get a thank you card. I don't get a mint on my pillow. I get nothing on my birthday. I get nothing for that except peace of mind. Peace of mind that if anything happens, my daughters will be taken care of. How many people would like to have a little peace of mind in case something happens with their income? You know, like Ron was saying, you know, things are great right now. They're probably going to be great, you know, for quite a while. I personally don't focus on the economy. I just don't think about it. I want to create my own economy. I don't look at the news. I don't listen to all the negativity that's out there because I see in my mind what I want and I create what I want, or the results that I want. So I focus on what I want. I do what I can do. But guys, $49.99 on auto ship. Put it on auto ship. If you change your mind 2 months later, you go click a button. It's not like an act of Congress like every other company that we've been in to cancel your auto ship. I've had to turn credit cards off before because companies kept charging me even after I tried to cancel. With TrueNited, you get your back office, you click a button and you push save and you can turn it off. But why would you want to? $49.99. Come on now. $49.99 for great products. I mean, I love the energy drinks. I've been taking Healthy Vita since May of 2017. You know, but there's people, oh, it's not non-GMO, and they're looking for all these reasons why they won't. Look for reasons why you can. Come on. Guys, this is $49.99 for a 30-point product. Now, most of us are doing way more than 30 points, but I'm saying look at what you can do with 30 points. Look at what you can do. If we really believed this, guys, we would be telling everybody and we wouldn't care who told us no. Because the only reason that anybody would tell us no is because they just aren't aware of what we have to offer. They just are not aware of this company. We're going in our 4th year of business, debt-free, pay out every month. The point value's been over 22 cents a point. You know, as Ron or Carlos, one of them was saying, you know, 12% back of what we actually spend. You spend $50, 12% of that's $6 on your own purchases, with a chance to match 100% with everybody that you share with, and everybody that they share with, and they share with if you start building and start sharing. Guys, this is simple. It's simple. It's very simple. You just have to make the decision. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go set up a True Box, and I'm not going to stop until I find 6 people like a James Katina or a James Wood or Steve Dixon or Francine, people that you don't have to call up and beg them to get on their True Box. Guys, this is a leadership call. We're not, this is an opportunity. So I'm not worried about offending somebody that doesn't know what TrueNited is. Everybody that's on this call, I look down through the list and I recognize every single name that's on that list of who's with us tonight. And everybody that, there might be 2 or 3 people that might be fairly new, but most of the people I'm looking at on this list have been in TrueNited, you know, for a while. And we all understand, listen, your business is not going to build without you sharing. If you have a drugstore, if you have a restaurant, if you have a dry cleaners, if you have a pet supply business, if you don't go down and open that store up and go in and turn the lights on and share with what you've got going on, if your phone's not ringing, if people aren't coming into your doors to do business with you, you're going to go out of business. Same thing is happening here with TrueNited. If your phone is not ringing, if people aren't coming through your door, if you're not out trying to attract business in to do business with you, you're not going to grow. So if you want to build your TrueNited income, you absolutely, positively have got to advertise. And I'm not talking about going out and getting a billboard or getting on the radio. I'm talking about you got to open up your mouth and you got to tell people what you have. And people will do business with you if they trust you. Now, if you're like some of the people that we've seen that jump from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity to opportunity, and the next flavor of the week is what you're on Facebook talking about, and you wonder how come nobody would join your team, come on now. We see it, you know. There's people that I thought would be in TrueUnited forever. They're on number 3 or number 4, and they're wondering how come they can't build a team. I mean, people are watching what you're doing. And more importantly, people are watching what you are not doing. So if you aren't talking, if you're not sharing, if you don't believe in TrueUnited, you have to ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want? And I will ask this till the cows come home. Because if you don't know what you want, I promise you're going to get that. Do you know what you want? Make a decision that you want to build your TrueUnited business. Make a decision. Make a decision that you want to build it. Make a decision that you want to hit Pacesetter. You want 6 people on your front line that want to build their business. If you've got somebody that you've had to beg, borrow, and steal and plead with them, please get your TrueBox. That's not one of your 6, okay? Your 6 are going to go, and they're going to do it without you having to call them and ask them. They're going to get on the webinars. They're going to invite people. And those who are making money in TrueUnited, I'll promise you right now, the ones that are making money in TrueUnited are the ones that are sharing. They're the ones that are talking. They're excited about what we have our hands on here. Guys, I've been in this industry for 30 plus years. I've been a part of 3 or 4 companies that I've done very well in. I've never seen anything like this. Never seen anything like TrueUnited. And it blows my mind that we don't have, 50 million members in here right now. But people just don't know. They don't know. They've been burned so many times. They've seen so much come and go. This company has been, like I said, we're in our 4th year of business. We keep doing what we're doing. We stay consistent. We trust the process. Don't focus on your result and let that determine how you're going to feel today. Trust the process. Keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing, and do not stop sharing until you've got 6 James Katinas on your front line. James Woods, Steve Dixon's, Francine's, Ron's, Carlos's, Mike Moller's, Mike Feinberg's. I hope Mike's doing well. Bill Weller's. I'm just looking down through the list here. I know some of these people. I'm really excited to see Brother Fred Stewart on here tonight. Fred's up in New York, and Fred's got massive potential. James Murray, Joe Matthews. You guys have massive potential. We've got the best compensation plan in the history of this industry. We just have to go out and share it. That's all we have to do is go out and share it.
And
all right, Mike Moller.
Thanks so much. Hey, quick interjection too. One thing that we did this weekend with a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, which I discovered, guys, a lot of these people are very successful. And even at that success level, what's happening is that fear is still one of the big things they need to overcome. So one of the things we did, there was a practical exercise, which I think is valuable here, and we should all try to find a partner to do this, a mentor, a group, whatever, is you got to practice the things that make you afraid of talking to people. I think a lot of you guys are stuck at you don't know what to say. You don't know what to respond. You don't know how to interact. And you are so nervous about having to pitch people that that even stops you from even saying hello to folks. So practicing this stuff on the phone, on lives, on Zooms, on whatever, and just pretend that the person on the other end of that screen or on the other end of that line is a prospect. Somebody that you have just met or that you already know, and that will be answering questions and talking to you like a normal person. These drills, I tell you, will help you overcome a lot of those fears because just like anything, it becomes natural after a while. It's like exercising, right? I always compare things to exercise for some reason, is because I love it so much. But what I've noticed is that in gyms like the ones I go, where there's a community, where there's people that you get to see every time you go, eventually, number one, the attendance is very consistent, because people not only want to go exercise, but they want to go see their friends, right? And they want to feel a little bit of that camaraderie that comes from huffing and puffing along the way in a workout and suffering the pain, right? It's interesting. What happened to me today is that we have a pretty hard workout. I chose a lot of weight to do my workout with, but because I was in Cancun, I ate differently than what I usually eat. And what happens when I change my diet like I do, because I already have my body very used to a certain way of healthy habits, is that I went out of my typical ketosis into normal glucose burning. And then I stopped when we came back to Denver, and I, through the weekend, kept up my keto diet, right? My keto lifestyle, because it's not a diet for me anymore. It's a lifestyle. It makes me feel so much better than eating regular. So what happens is when you do that, you deplete magnesium, you deplete certain nutrients. So halfway through that workout, man, I was feeling like I was gonna cramp up. And had I been in a regular gym with nobody around me, with no community, with no friends to encourage me, with no people that I could, feel like I'm left behind, I would have probably gone home. I would have said, oh man, my legs are cramping up. This is it, I'm gone. Thank you that I wasn't in a gym like that. And I had a community and my wife watching me on top of this. And I suck it up. I endured the pain. I went through it and I finished the darn workout. I was last because literally my 2 quads were cramping, but I finished it. So when you have friends around you, when you have a community that is willing to help you, encourage you, and even more so, put things into practical application by you talking to them as if it was a stranger, then it helps you finish the job. It helps you getting it done. So utilize the people that you have around you. Use the full potential of the community and the family that is here that will never tell you, no, I don't want to help you. You will get help with open arms, which is rare in business, guys. Very rare in business. Mike, you're next.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother.
Oh, there's James. I seen James Katina, and I'm throwing the gauntlet down. Chiefs.
Hey, it's going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. I'm just excited for those of you that, we've hit on a little bit, and I'm not going to go into things that we've already talked about, but the leaders on this call, we brainstorm daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes every 5 minutes. And it's a great group of people here. The quality is off the charts. So I'm excited about this group. Kevin's gone over the platform. Get out of your comfort zone. We talked about fear. Just face it. Get through it. We've all done it. We've all been there. Like I said, I'm excited about this company. It's going to go places. Like I said, we talk every day, and the information that's coming across, Ron hit on it, $1 trillion business. I've never seen anything like this. You can sit there and you can try and poke holes in it all you want. Like I said, Kevin went over everything. It's that easy. And the only thing I can tell you is jump on board, face your fears, get a product in your true box, and you're going to be so glad that you did. That's all I got.
Short and sweet, my brother. I love that.
Yeah.
I need a Vango. Come on. James Katina's got me fired up. James, I'm gonna see you on the webinar tomorrow, bro.
Go, Rich.
Man.
Hey, Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to one of my brothers who's on the he's one of the attendees, Mario Flores. I want
Mario.
to give a shout out to him. And you know what? And I know that there's great things in store for you, brother. So anyways, I guess today, one thing I'd like to say is I've learned how to really trust the process. And trust the process is having to do just a little bit of patience and prayer and really trusting what's your heart's desire. I was able today, probably even after a year, I was able to land a position working for one of the top 50 ad agencies in New York City.
Congrats, brother.
And I was very, very grateful. And not only that, I was able to work from home with this company. And it's something that's always been on my heart's desire. And so it's just proof that, man, work from inside out. Whatever you imagine in your heart, something that just is a desire that sometimes that's even unspoken. Trust. And just know that God has your back. He knows where you are. Hey, life happens. Life happens for all of us. I've had to learn how to overcome my limitations. I've learned how to overcome fear of maybe how will people perceive me if I share this, or what will they say? And you know what? As evidence here in the past week, James Cantine and I've witnessed things happening late at night where all of a sudden he runs across something and we've shared it and the person who's sharing who's experienced with network marketing, it was almost like he was a ninja, and he was speaking of things that all of us in our community has been through or continues to go through. But man, when you get to that place and you realize that, man, you get to the place where you're just so grateful that it makes you feel like you can do anything. And so I thank God. I thank God for that. And I thank God for what happened today. And just the circumstances and the lessons learned from that, and just the confidence that's happening. But man, God is so good. And I'm just so grateful. Like I said, work from inside out and just trust the process and know that whatever it is, any one of you who are on this call, man, whatever it is that's in your inner voice, in your heart, and trust that and know that it's there. And when it happens, you know what? It'll come maybe unexpected ways, but just trust it. Just trust it. So thank you.
Good work, Rick.
Guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Congrats.
Okay, so I'm celebrating now with 4 Vangos. It's a 4 Vango night, ladies and gentlemen. Rich, you got me fired up, brother. Rich got me fired up. Listen, what Rich just said, guys, is the secret. And I'll just beg you guys, all of you, to understand how important it is that you understand that you already have the answers inside of you. Too many times we listen to all the noise that's around us. We listen to other people. We listen to the radio. We listen to people that don't know your heart. You are the only person that truly knows your heart. You know how you feel inside. You know what you desire. You know what your hopes for your family and for yourself are. You know what those are. If you are around people that discourage that growth, you've got to find new friends. I'm sorry. We do not owe our so-called friends our future. We do not owe them our happiness. We do not owe them our peace of mind. And if they are taking that from you, listen, it's not their fault. They're just not aware. But nobody has the right to take anything from you, your hopes, your dreams, to tell you that you're crazy, to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. Anybody that tells you that this is a pyramid scheme, you have to look at them and say, do you think that I am stupid or gullible, or that I would get into something that would hurt somebody else? Is that what you think about me? Turn that around on them, because they don't understand what they're saying. Nobody has the right to take anything from you, your future. Surround yourself with people who are going to encourage you and speak the truth. And your heart is going to resonate with the truth when you hear it. But I'm here to tell you right now, you have everything you need inside of you. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish with your life, you can do it. If you can see it, if you can imagine it, if you can see it in your mind, you can create that for yourself. And if anybody tells you that you can't, you cannot listen to them, because they are basically taking your freedom. They're taking your life. They're taking your peace. They're taking your joy. They're taking your happiness. And I'm not going to be in a bucket full of crabs that want to keep pulling me back down into the bucket with the rest of them. I'm getting out of that crab bucket, and I ain't going back into the crab bucket. I'm free of the crab bucket, ladies and gentlemen. I'm free of the crab bucket.
Yep.
I got no pictures on me, nowhere.
You're not a crab.
Nothing on my ankle, nothing on my shirt sleeve, no pinchers pulling me anywhere. I'm free of that crab bucket. And I want everybody to be free of that crab bucket. You can create the very life that you want. Start tomorrow, start right now. Write out an affirmation about who you want to become. Write out, I'm so happy and grateful that I am not afraid of my future. I'm so happy and grateful that people love me. I'm so happy and grateful that I know the truth. I'm so happy and grateful that I can create the life that I want. I'm so happy and grateful that I know the truth. I'm so happy and grateful that people, what is it that you want? How do you want people to see you? How do you want people to feel about you? It doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you think. Okay? What do you think about yourself? If you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself, I promise you, you're gonna create negative results. You've got to start speaking truth about who you are and what you want. Speak those truths. Speak them into you. Write them out. Speak them into the mirror. Go look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I know you. You are a winner. You're healthy. You're strong. You're kind. You speak the truth. You're a person of value. People want to be around you. You attract great people. Speak those truths about yourself. If you have to record it on your phone, if you have to go to YouTube and find some inspirational music as the background, I do it. I've got 15 affirmations that I've recorded about what I want, about the life that I see for me. And I listen to those. And if I get discouraged, if I get down, I will go and get in a quiet place and I'll pull one of these up and I'll remind myself who I am. I'll remind myself that God lives inside of me. And I have the power that I need inside of me to create the very life that I want. And any negative thoughts, I completely remove them from my brain. Rich, you said it. You started to get some awareness, and you started to see, and you started to, what if there's something to this? And you started to give yourself a little bit of hope. What if this could work for me? What if there is some truth in this? What if I really can do this? And then you start to see a little shift here, a little shift there, and then your faith increases and it gets stronger. And then you start to realize, hey, if I can do it with this, what about a little bit bigger? What about a little bit bigger? What about a little bit bigger? You can create the very life that you want. Every one of us can. This is how we're created. This is how God designed us. So if you have thoughts in your head that contradict that, that's not your truth. That is not the truth. Only resonate with the truth. Your heart will resonate with the truth, and that's why so many people feel conflicted, because there's so much contradiction going on. Your heart is begging to get out. It's begging to expand. It's begging to grow, but yet all the thoughts that you have that have come from the world are contradicting what your heart wants. And you've got to learn how to block everything out except for the truth, and your heart knows the truth. And when you connect to that, and you start to follow that, there's no limits to what you can do. There's not, Albert Einstein couldn't tell James Katina what his potential is. Couldn't tell Francine what her potential is, what yours is, Rich, what any of our potential is, because it's unlimited. The only thing that limits us is our own thoughts. So stop limiting yourself. Go for it all. Go for it all. Believe in the biggest dream possible. But what if it doesn't happen? What if it does? Come on, guys, wake up. Give me some more Van Goghs. I'm going to stop right now because I'll keep going.
Come on, brother.
Yeah. Preach it, brother. Gilmore.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, I had something.
Gilmore, you are a good-looking man, bro. I don't know what they put in these bangos, but Gilmore, you look good tonight, bro.
I had something to share, but I think I'm going to change because, it's like just kind of reflecting on, this time of the year, especially with, Super Bowl and all these sports games going on. And, I was catching the game earlier a little bit, and, you see all these fans like, yeah, all fired up for their teams and all that. And, that's great and all, but man, get excited about yourself. I mean, if you can get excited about a darn game that has no financial impact on your family, my gosh, man, you guys got to get excited about yourself. I mean, if whoever's going to be listening to this video, if you're kind of feeling down or a little bit, work, whatever, call any of us here. We'll put our numbers and whatever, and we'll cheer you up because, man, 2020, this is a year. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired? And, this is about time that, we get it done. And whether it is, I recently attended, a friend's brother who passed away at the age of 49 a few days ago. And about a year ago, they were on a trip on a resort, and we don't know what's going to happen next year, but do whatever you need to do to get this darn thing done. I mean, life's too short, and be excited. I mean, I just want to scream and shake every single one of you guys, and come on, be pumped. And I was kind of Ron, you kind of sharing about this $1 trillion opportunity that we have. I was doing a little spring cleaning, during the holidays, and I came across a copy of my first Amway bonus check. It was for $7.29, and I spent to get that, I spent about close to $300 to get that amount. And what we got with with a Van Gogh, you spent what, $49? You'll probably make more than that anyways. So what we got is just amazing. I mean, I just want to encourage you, just be excited about life. Be excited, and that's infectious. I mean, Kevin, you started it with your Van Goghs. I got 5 cases of Van Goghs here in the office, and I'm gonna be pounding that sucker. But just be excited. I mean, 2020 is gonna be what you decided to be, and before, if somebody's listening to this and thinking about, okay, starting over again, or maybe this is your first time looking at it, the first thing you need to do, and I beg you to do this, is just to first decide that you're already going to win. Because if you're just going to go try it, let's see what happens, then nothing's going to happen. You just got to decide and make that decision. Whatever happens, I am going to succeed and I'm going to win at this. And be excited, man. Woo!
There you go.
Go ahead, G-Dub.
That's the Gilmore we need every week, man. Bring it out. Right there. Bring it out. There you go. You heard it, guys. If you are watching this video live, you get nothing but firepower here. And if you're watching the recording, go play it again, because you're going to need it. And you are worthy. You are worthy of great success. If you have not achieved success in the past, this is the chance for you to achieve great success beyond your wildest dreams. It's inside you. It's already in there. It's just waiting for you to let it out by talking to yourself and letting that greatness come out. It's already in you. Don't let it die with you. Let it come out. Because it will not only impact you, it will impact every person that you touch from this day forward. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hey, Carlos, real quick, before you go, I just posted up in the comments section about GAIA.com, GAIA.com. There's 2 series on there, one by Dr. Joe Dispenza called Rewired, and there's one by Greg Braden called Missing Links. Guys, go get the 2 weeks free. We watched every single one of those. They are absolutely powerful. You guys know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is. The information that's on those videos, and they are very, very well produced. So I would encourage you guys, go get it for free. Watch as many of them as you can in 2 weeks. Enjoy it. It is eye-opening information.
Awesome, brother.
Beautiful.
Appreciate that.
Carlos, I got one word, if you don't
Yep,
mind.
yep. Yeah, go ahead.
The word is change. Change. Okay? Listen, if you feel like you need to see a change in your results, it's possible that you need to make some changes. Change. Embrace change.
Yep.
And go after it.
Thanks, brother. All right, everybody.
Hey, Carlos,
You heard it. We got it.
Carlos, real quick. Apparently, my chat just went to the panelist, and so
Yeah.
it's GAIA.com. GAIA.com. GAIA.com.
Perfect. Yeah, when you see this posted in the United Nation group or on the page, just post it in the comments too.
Awesome. We'll do that.
All right, guys.
Love you all. Thank you, Carlos.
Have an amazing week, guys.
Let's
Go make
rock,
it happen.
brothers, sisters.
Fair enough.
Carlos, thank you, everybody.
We got this.
Guys,